Former Real Housewives of Potomac star Candiace Dillard-Bassett has given birth, and she kept the secret for over a month. Not only that, former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Teddi Mellencamp is back in the news for an alleged months-long affair with a married man, which in turn caused her own divorce, allegedly. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So first, we'll start off with the good news. Former star of the Real Housewives of Potomac, Candiace Dillard-Bassett, announced today via a People magazine exclusive that she did give birth to a baby boy. So this is what was said in their exclusive interview with Candiace. They said, Candiace Dillard-Bassett is singing a new genre of music these days, lullabies. The R&B songstress and Real Housewives of Potomac alum, 37, has a newborn baby at home after welcoming her first child with husband Chris Bassett, son Jet Maxwell Lee Bassett, on Thursday, October 3rd. So she gave birth to a Libra, okay? People can exclusively reveal the news of the Bassett's new addition, as well as the debut of photos of the happy trio, snapped on Friday, November 8th. Quote, "He is just the cutest little thing," Candiace tells People in an interview for this week's issue. "Chris and I couldn't be happier. It's so cliche to say, but he's brought so much joy to our lives in ways I never would have been able to describe before. It's pure love. I just look at him and envision all the adventures we're going to have. Throughout my pregnancy, when I would talk to him in my stomach, I would say, I can't wait to see who you're going to be. And that's been the joy in my heart that's continued after his birth. It's exciting to think about. I'm so ready for a lifetime of being on the sidelines cheering him on." That kind of made my heart flutter a little bit. I was like, that was really sweet. Especially if you've watched Candiace on Real Housewives of Potomac and you've seen her, first of all, be unsure about this journey of pregnancy and having a child, and her being sort of like the only, no, she's not the only child, but, you know, sort of like this child to the rest of the cast, but also to her mom. So to see her be a mother, I feel like Candiace is going to be such a different person if she ever decides to return to public life or to reality television or Real Housewives of Potomac. And I know some people want her to come back for season 10. No, I think she might need a moment. I think she might need a moment with this life. You know what I mean? So Jet's already set up for success thanks to his first name, which translates from Hebrew to excellence and abundance. Candiace says, the meaning of his name was really important to me. I mean, there were a lot of names that I liked that had meanings I did not like, so that just automatically tossed them out. But as soon as I read the meaning of his name, I was like, this is it. This is his name. The tiny tot has two middle names because, in her words, I'm extra. I have two middle names too, so there goes that. One of them, Lee, comes from Candiace's father's middle name. Naming him took longer than I thought. I had been throwing names out to Chris the entire pregnancy, and most of the ones I liked, he was like, those sound like Nepo baby names. And I was like, why are you just trying to kill my vibe? But Chris agreed with Jet. He was like, Jet's a cool name. He's going to be a cool kid. They can call him JB, Jet Bassett. I'm so happy for them. Jet joins Chris's other kids, Owen, who's 22. You have a 22-year-old? Mateo, who's 14. Naya, 10. Chris's three kids from two previous relationships. Though Candiace has been a bonus mom to Chris's children over the 9 years she's been with the restaurateur, having a baby of her own was a decision she labored over even after she and Chris tied the knot in August of 2018. Her reservations were well documented during her time on RHOP, the former Miss United States admitting, among other things, that she was nervous about living up to the responsibilities of parenthood. But eventually, Candiace softened her fears and warmed to the idea, letting the cameras follow her as she went through a lengthy vitro fertilization, IVF, process in season 7. Days after season 8 wrapped in April of 2024, and People broke the news that Candiace was stepping away from the Bravo show, she dropped the news that she was pregnant. And some of you suspected that already. I didn't. I thought she just was done with the show. But this was a perfect reason for her to leave. It didn't work out for us because I think we really would have saw a different side of Candiace. But look, I'm happy for her. Congrats to her. I love the name. I think I've heard that name used before. I didn't expect her to go in that vein. Because look, I think I was right. I think she wanted a more like Nepo baby name, like, I don't know. I can't even think of it. I know you're probably thinking, what the hell's a Nepo baby name? Something like, oh God, I can't even think of one, but I know what he means when he says this, okay? And other Real Housewives related news, this is a Real Housewives roundup, and Teddi, you're lucky. Nat, you're lucky. Damn it. You're lucky that it's a slow news day, all right? And I got a hot second. I mean, this is kind of juicy tea, but this is not enough for me to want Teddi Mellencamp to return to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Hell no.
Which returns next week. All right, next week Tuesday. So if you're in Los Angeles, come to my show. I will be at the Bourbon Room November 20th, the day after the premiere of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I will be talking about it there exclusively first. And I'm not talking about it here on any of these platforms until I get back from California, which won't be till the following week. So, sorry, if you're in California waiting for me to talk about it, you better come to the show. Meet and greets are still available. So the Daily Mail says this. Teddi Mellencamp received a bittersweet kiss on the head from her ex, Edwin, as the duo were pictured for the first time since their divorce announcement. The emotional moment comes after Daily Mail revealed that Teddi's months-long affair with her married horse trainer Simon Schroeder was the catalyst behind her divorce. So a source told the Daily Mail that the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum and her German-born horse trainer Simon Schroeder had a months-long love affair behind their spouse's back. They said, making things worse, the pair were together in Florida while Schroeder's pregnant wife, Carly Postel, was giving birth to their second child in California. Carly thought it was suspicious that her husband was in Florida when she was giving birth, a source told the Daily Mail. When Simon returned, Carly found text messages on Simon's phone that exposed the affair. She confronted Simon and Teddi about it, and they confessed. Teddi promised that it would not happen again. And if you see a picture of his wife, they kind of look like each other in a way, Teddi and Carly. Carly didn't tell Edwin when she found out. She was willing to give Simon another chance and stayed with him. But last month, Carly found proof that the affair was ongoing, that it had become, quote, emotional. Simon had a history of cheating, and Carly was tired of being connected to him. Edwin only learned of the affair late last month when Carly told him. The source claims that Teddi decided to file for divorce once she got caught in the affair. She filed for divorce from Edwin so that he did not have the chance to file and get her for adultery. It had been alleged that the marriage ended because Edwin cheated on Teddi, but it actually is the other way around. So it was also noted and discovered, I believe, Us Weekly, that Teddi and Edwin have a prenuptial agreement. Schroeder, who specializes in horse jumping, has been training Mellencamp's horse, totally nicknamed Toad. On May 29th, his wife congratulated her husband and Mellencamp on Toad's success at a horse show, saying, so beyond proud of Simon's hard work with Teddi Mellencamp's totally. Beautiful, consistent rounds at the Devon Horse Show, blah, 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 blah. Who cares? They're just proving the engagement that these couples shared over time. Mellencamp liked the post that Carly had posted and still follows Carly on Instagram, but Carly does not follow her back. Mellencamp praised Schroeder on May 31st, blah, 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 blah. They're just showing a history, a pattern of these two engaging on social media. It's nothing really damning. It's just very professional, okay? They say just 12 weeks ago, she praised Schroeder and Schroeder's business that helps train horses, I'm assuming. And again, thanked him for the, quote, you know what, Daily Mail, you are so shady. They said, and thanked him again for the, quote, stunning rides. Y'all are so shady. So Daily Mail contacted Mellencamp, but they had no comment back. And they contacted Carly, the wife, the scorned wife at this particular point, and she had no comment, while Schroeder refused to comment when contacted. So he probably picked up the phone. It's like, I have no comment. All right. But here's the thing. And this is why I'm looking at Teddi the Nat Mellencamp with the side eye. Because if it's true, again, we don't know if it's true or not. If it's true that you cheated, the way that you've been engaging in court against Edwin, you would have thought he cheated. Again, we don't know the dynamics of the relationship. Maybe he cheated first. I don't know. Maybe this was her get back. Mellencamp and Edwin are now feuding over spousal support amid their contentious divorce battle. On Friday, Edwin filed his response to Mellencamp's divorce petition and is reportedly pushing back on her custody and spousal support requests. So Mellencamp had requested primary custody of their 3 children. They have a 12-year-old, they have a 10-year-old, and a 4-year-old. And with reasonable and frequent visitation. So she wants Edwin to have visitation. Normally, we've covered these stories before. It's usually joint legal and physical custody. So they said that for visitation for Edwin in her divorce filing, which she filed last week and announced a day later on November 2nd. According to legal docs, Edwin is contesting and asking for joint physical and legal custody of their minor children. Her soon-to-be ex-husband also revealed in the latest court documents, which were obtained by Us Weekly, that they have a prenuptial agreement that he wants the court to enforce. I wonder if there's an adultery clause in there. He's opposed to her request for him to provide her with spousal support and to terminate the court's ability to award Edwin spousal support. In his petition, in Edwin's petition, he requested that Mellencamp should be the one to pay him spousal support and ask the court to terminate her ability or their ability to award her with any spousal support. So he wants the spousal support. And normally we would be like, come on. Citing their prenup, he stated in his response, the parties' premarital agreement sets forth the terms regarding the amount and duration of spousal support to be paid. Edwin also checked both their names to pay their attorney's fees after Teddi Mellencamp, the Nat, had requested that Edwin be solely responsible for all of the legal costs. So paying for her legal stuff too? So Edwin also claimed that the prenup determined that all assets, income from all sources, and obligations of each party are his or her separate property, except as specifically set forth therein. And contrary to the reality star's filing, Edwin listed their official date of separation as November 1st, while Mellencamp claimed they split on October 20th. There's like a 2-week difference here, okay? Maybe she's trying to set something up in regards to what Carly said in the text message or when she revealed the affair. And contrary to, Mellencamp is, as you know, who cares? They want to remind us who she's the daughter of. We don't care. The same way we don't care about this being a storyline on the new season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's not going to be, but we don't want to see it for next season either. Because by then we really won't care. Okay? But we already know Kyle and her whining forever will be whining for Teddi. Like, oh my gosh, Teddi's going through it. No, we don't care. Okay? But I do find it very, very shady that the Nat is coming so hard at Edwin when you were the one that cheated. Well, they were recently photographed, as I mentioned before, where he was kissing her on the forehead. Edwin, don't take her back. As they always say, once a cheater, always a cheater. And she cheated on you in the worst way. In the worst way. And then you see, pay attention to how she's coming at you in these divorce filings, Edwin. I'm just saying. Guys, as always, I want to know your thoughts on this latest development in Teddi Mellencamp's life that we don't want to see on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But congratulations to Chris Bassett and Candiace dillard-bassett on their baby boy. Guys, if you are in Los Angeles, I will be talking about this. Yes, I will. I will take on the Nat for a hot 5 seconds. But if you want to hear my thoughts on hot topics like the Diddler, and you want to hear about the latest episode of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Salt Lake City and things like that, make sure you get your tickets. If you're in Los Angeles, or you will be in Los Angeles, or you can be in Los Angeles, get your tickets today for the Kempire After Dark live experience coming to LA a week from today. A week from today, I'll be in LA performing for you guys, okay? Then I'll be in London on December 8th, and a lot of other really cool things that we're trying to make happen in London. So get your tickets today for that show, and make sure that you get your tickets for our DC show. We're coming back to DC on January 24th, 2025. Get your tickets today for that. All that information will be available in the description. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow my lead, just watch your shoes. Gotta turn the heat